Alright, so here's where I'm starting. Got the caliper and the rotor pulled off. Got this bolt out in the traction arm already. Gonna pull that one, and get all this done. Take the tie bolt out of the shock tower, drop it down, pull everything out. So a lot of people were talking about how they had to grind right here to get this to fit, but on this side, I'm not saying it's gonna do it on both sides. On this side, you leave it loose right here, swing it, and then just give it a good love tap, and you should have plenty enough once you get your little nut down in there to run the bolt up through that hole and shoot this. The little piece I showed you earlier, it's gonna go down in this hole right here. It hooks down, it's got the nut attached to it, and that's where your bolt is going to go through, and that's where you'll hold that nut at, through that little piece of frame right there. Alright, show you how this goes. Slip that right up in there, it's going to flip down. You can see the difference in these two. They're side specific. Where's my bolt? There it is. Slip in. Alright, you see the nut right there, and that is how that will sit. And you just flip this up, and it bolts in there. Try to get y'all where y'all can see it. It's hard to do with one person. There it is. Got it started. Got it started. Alright, now we're gonna move on to this front section. I'm gonna leave all of this loose. Don't want to tighten anything up right now. I'll take this loose, pull it off, put our spacer on, this spacer here, and drill our holes. And everything I've read or heard, you can't really reach it from the backside with a drill, so it's easier to drill it all the way through once you mark the holes. So we'll see. Alright guys, my bad, this is a bit of a chore. Got all that dropped out, just getting these braces ready to put in, test fitting them. It's a size difference in the coil springs. Had to cut both shocks off. Gotta take these spacers out. Definitely not leaving the leveling kit, then it'll be squatted or whatever. Alright, so y'all can see we got this bracket put in. We got the big bolt here just so we can make sure we were at least close to flush on the back end. We didn't have to do any grinding, so we got lucky. Got the holes drilled all the way through, all three sides. So the instructions are pretty much worthless. So I'm gonna help y'all out. These little short gold grade 8 bolts right here are the ones that go in it. They don't go through and through. They just bolt each side up. So I just laid them out like that to let y'all know how it goes. 2 washers to each bolt. Obviously 1 nut to each bolt. And then they're just gonna go in. I'm trying to go in from the middle and come out and put the nut. And then they'll just sandwich these metal pieces together. But yeah, that was the first real hiccup I ran into, so I figured I'd share that with you. Oh my God, day 2. So you can probably tell I'm not in my truck, I'm in Robert's truck. And the reason I'm in Robert's truck is because mine ain't finished. I worked on my truck from noon until about 6:30 last night. Yeah. But it's because I ain't never done a lift on one of the Dodges, and a little bit more to it than what I expected. It ain't bad, just certain little things, like if you don't have a Pitman arm puller, the steering linkage didn't want to come loose. Little shit like that. That took an hour and a half of what could have been easy out of my plans because I didn't have a Pitman arm puller and the steering linkage wouldn't come loose. Wouldn't come loose. But anyway, front's done. I did leave my 2-inch leveling kit because I don't have the factory cups. I watched another video of a guy, he had to wait and he ordered his factory cups. but it took them like 2 weeks to get them. So I looked at some other videos that some guys had, and they said that the kit, the Rough Country specifically kit, leaves that factory like rake, almost like a General Motors truck, like a GM. You know, they kind of sit lower in the front still, even with the lift kit. So I'm hoping that leaving my leveling kit on will either make it sit level or just a little bit higher in the front. I don't do that Carolina squat crap. If it looks like that, it's going and the spacers are getting taken out. But I left them just essentially to make it sit maybe a little bit more level, because even with the leveling kit I had, it still squatted just a little in the front. And I mean, that could have been faulty suspension, could have been bad coil springs. The shocks were worn out completely crazy. So I'm expecting my ride quality to go up a lot, because it rode like a freaking dump truck with just the leveling kit and the wore out factory shocks. Like, it looked like some Rancho shocks. I don't know if y'all have ever rode on Rancho shocks, but yeah, about like riding around in a bulldozer. But anyway, we're gonna get over here and get it finished, and as soon as I get done here in a little bit, I'll show you guys an after. The bag's really self-explanatory. I might take a couple of pictures doing that and put it together like a slideshow. Well, got the lift on, and it's taller than what I expected. I am glad that I went ahead and I left the leveling kit in the front, because I feel like it would have had that nose down sag rake thing going on. It's about a ½ an inch taller in the front, maybe. It's about a ½ an inch taller in the front. It's not bad. I would rather it be a little bit taller in the front and a little bit lower in the front. No, it don't sag, none of that bullshit. But I really like it. As far as ride quality, the old shocks that were on my truck were absolutely wore out. Like, they were probably worn out 50,000 miles ago. With the new shocks, the new Rough Country shocks and stuff, a lot of people give it a bad rap, man, but it actually rides pretty good. Especially, I mean, bang for buck, Rough Country all day. All day. I mean, I've got a 2018 Tahoe that we bought for my wife. It's got a 6-inch 5-tech lift on it. And I mean, of course, it rides really freaking smooth, but it's a 2018 Tahoe, and the shocks are, I think they're like 150 a piece. So yeah, bang for buck, the Rough Country does really good. A couple little things I do want to point out to people that are watching this, trying to figure out, you know, how bad of a pain in the butt it's going to be to put your lift on your Dodge 3rd Gen 2500. So the pitman arm, the steering arm, and all that, Rough Country, with the kit I bought, the complete kit, they send you a lowered steering arm. So first off, make sure you have a pitman arm puller. If you don't, I took a Honda 300 solid axle and stuck it down from the top and hit it with a hammer, and it came off. I'd probably get a puller. Don't do that. The new one they give you replaces the stock one. Seems to be good quality and stuff, but keep in mind that when you take your steering arm off, when you take it off from factory, it's on top of the pitman arm. When you put it back on with this Rough Country kit, it goes from the bottom. That's the way it's tapered. You know, those joints are tapered up. That was why I was having the issue before. You just put it in from the bottom, goes right in, all good, call it a day. All in all, I'm pleased with the kit. Saw a lot of videos, and I don't know, maybe if Rough Country changed something, but I saw a lot of videos. People were talking about they had to grind the upper radius arm drop brackets. I didn't have to do any grinding at all to mine. Literally, the only fab work I had to do, if you want to call it fab work, was drill the holes for the lowers. And that's it. I mean, aside from that, it was really a smooth installation process. It kicked my butt because it was my first time doing one on the 2500. And yeah. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. As always, if you're new here and you like the content, click the subscribe button. We got hunting videos coming up, lots more DIY stuff, of course. Everything I do nowadays as far as a project that's any type of significant, I try to put it on here and let everybody know, because I mean, I'm doing stuff all the time, and I know People are always looking for some either some help or some inspiration, or just maybe there's one little thing they have going on they can't figure out. I do it all the time. I don't know everything, but what I do learn, and I take my little bit of knowledge and I put it on here. But anyway, if you're new here, click the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the videos out. If y'all would, just leave a comment, ask any questions you have. It really helps fuel the channel. It helps me out. I'm so appreciative of you guys. I just hit 1,300 subs. So yeah, we're growing slowly but surely, but I'm more than thankful. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good day and Merry Christmas.